And one thing I do want to touch on, and I must say, the industry has got a lot better at it. Grooms are not allowed to be in the back of a horse box.
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to move on to show protocol.
Yeah.
So I think that is something. There are 1 million registered riders in Germany. Nobody goes in the back of a horse box there, and there are horses traveling all the time. We've got to get our heads around the fact that the horses will be okay, and if they're not, that's what is going to happen. It's not a safe environment to be traveling. It's like all the people on the back of the buckies as well. It's a horror. And again, it is a lawless country and wada, but it doesn't mean that you're allowed to do whatever you want. You have to keep that person's safety into consideration. So I do think that is something people have to remind themselves. It's illegal.
Besides the horse box, what are at home show things that we can discuss? And one of the things I want to talk about is getting your groom lunch. You know, the other thing we were discussing is how many horses to a groom at a show where they're holding the horses for the whole day.
Well,
I think a lot depends on how my horses are trained to be tied, and my horses have a paddock. So I have one horse box, I have 2 horses at the show, and I have a groom, and he has a chair, and he has a little larper, and he has his phone, and everything's done. I've previously gone to a show where I've had 5 horses, but they all tie. So if he needs to go to the bathroom, he can phone me, say I'm going to the bathroom, and I'll then go and stand with
And the
horses.
bathroom thing, Candice, you said before you had to go and hold a client's horses for the groom, so he could go to the bathroom, and it's just something we don't. Again, we just don't think about.
it's just never, you know, you often see the grooms sitting on the sort of wheel arch of the horse box. You've looked after your grooms, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the general. Often they're sitting, there's no hat, there's no shade, never mind for the horses, there's no chair. Have you checked if he needs the loo? What about a break? I mean, if he's been there the whole day, he's not, you know, he should have a lunch break, time to go and chill. I mean, they won't, but you have to also think about that person's well-being. So it's horses' welfare and grooms' well-being at the end of the day. And it's just, it needs to be in your mind. So how many horses should they hold? That's hard to answer. I mean, I think everybody's a bit different. Again, the horses can learn to stand in the horse box. Like they do in Europe.
Absolutely.
You know, there are no grooms. You go to a show on your own. Groom is like, what's that?